All right. Sweet. Okay. So we are live, and I am pumped to bring a friend here, just making sure we kick off on YouTube just a sec. But we've got Erin Richter here, and more importantly, we've launched Spark officially. We are in the house, and we're pumped. We're pumped to bring this on. So without further ado, I'm going to bring my close friend to the stage, and I really love this girl. She's been a big long time friend of mine. She's got a huge heart. Of course, she's a Kentuckian, but we won't hold that against her. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, fellow affiliate owner, an even better person. How are you?
Ooh, I'm fantastic. So excited to be here with you.
I am. I'm pumped. I'm pumped. You said yes. I'm pumped. It's Christmas, as we can tell by your glorious. Is this home or is this the gym?
This is the gym, baby.
You go all out, huh?
Oh, gotta bring it. Gotta bring it to the members.
I love it.
We go all out. Of course, I got my master right behind me, little Darth over there.
What in the world is that? Is that Christmas Darth, or
It's a Christmas Darth. Absolutely. He's watching over us.
How does one even get Christmas Darth?
A member, actually. They know I'm infatuated a little bit with Star Wars, and Darth Vader is my hero. So I come in one day, and there was Darth.
Like level 1 to 10, how big of a Star Wars nerd are you?
Pretty bad. I might have dressed up just this past Halloween as Darth Vader all day long.
Okay, that's a 10.
Yeah.
That is definitely a 10. And quickly, based upon the comments, you are already a show favorite.
Well, I'm just very blessed that I have so many wonderful people around me. That's all.
Hey, look, you are on the fastest growing MetFix show in the world.
Well, bring it. Come on. Let's set some big numbers.
Yeah. So just so you know, you have a lot of expectations to live up to here.
Yeah, I know. They hold me to a pretty high standard around here.
Well, look, before we get into you, there's a couple things we can talk about. So first thing is just kind of where we're at on the MetFix side. So if you've noticed if you're over in the UK and you've noticed a contingent of annoying Americans, it's because we just invaded UK. Pete and the squad are over there. They just did the first UK seminar this past weekend.
Yep.
At MetFix London Bridge, right there in downtown London. And then all this week, they went down to Portsmouth, the second best Portsmouth in Portsmouth, UK. See the team down there at Conscious Choice MetFix. And I think they're kind of doing like a week-long training. Mm-hmm. So they're spinning up the European side. Carl, Pete, and the guys are getting the dev team squared away over there. So and then they'll do the second UK seminar this weekend. And equally kind of important is the team really busted their ass all through, well, for a long time, but we launched Spark last night, literally.
We sure did.
We did. It was a couple hours later than I'd wanted to, but this thing got put to bed at 11 o'clock East Coast time last night, making sure all the T's were crossed and the I's were dotted, thanks to Leaf. But yeah, so it's out. It is available right now. So affiliates, I'm going to kind of take everybody through it real quick. But affiliates, you should have gotten the email in your inbox with the link to access the Spark course. But I'm just going to spend the next couple minutes here kind of going through it. So we're gonna screw this whole thing up here. I'm gonna try to share my screen. And when I do that, Erin, I'm relying on you to be my eyes.
I got you.
Because this is a super nervous thing for me. First of all, you never know what's going to be on my screen.
Well, Dale, just the fact that you have gotten so savvy on the computer, I'm just saying. I mean, give it up, baby.
You know what?
Proud of you.
I don't get complimented enough. You know what I mean?
I know you don't.
We got
to throw that shout out to you, buddy.
That's why I'm constantly complimenting myself. Yeah.
I got you. Cheers.
But thank you. Okay. So, all right, here we go. If you're just listening to this, you're screwed. So, go back and watch the recording of this once we're done and you can kind of see it, or just go to the websites that we'll be talking about. All right, let's try to do this. Oh man, we just went into the parallel universe right there. Okay, so Erin, can you see that?
Yes, I can. You're good.
Okay, great. So, ladies and gentlemen, what this is brokenscience.org/metfix/spark. All right, so this is kind of like our public landing page. So if like anybody wanted to see what the Spark course is, what the MetFix Spark course is, this is where you'll go. Shout out to Connor and the team for putting this together. And I think we got some fresh photo shoot from Lori at her gym. All right, so what are we talking about? What is Spark? Spark's a 4-week metabolic health program in your gym, and it's something that you don't have to do from scratch. It's a turnkey kind of copy and paste kind of thing that a lot of MetFix affiliate owners help develop. All right. And it really just kind of like, okay, it answered the question of there's a lot of high level stuff like drinking through a fire hose at the foundations course. And then the feedback we quickly got was, okay, this is great, but what does this look like inside of my gym? How do I put this together there? And that's why we put together Spark. All right. So if you are a MetFix affiliate, all you're going to do is you're going to click this get started button. It's going to take you to the course. I'll show you that in a second. And if you're like, hey, I'm interested in becoming an affiliate so I can access this course, you'll go over there. All right. So what is it? Just kind of what I was saying. It's the bridge between learning and doing. All right. It's bringing MetFix alive into your gym through a 4-week structured week, 4-week experience. All right. So what I want you guys to think about this is everybody runs an on-ramp. If you're a CrossFit affiliate, you're used to running an on-ramp into your gym. There's kind of like 3 major ways to do it, right? So you'll like do the personal training with the client ahead of time before they go into group classes. You might stick them in a beginners only kind of course, or some people just do the straight to class model, where they say come on to the class and it's the coach's job to ensure you're skilled and safely taught everything along in the class. So there's different ways to do it, and this is kind of like what MetFix on ramp looks like to be offered in your gym. Okay. A lot of people try to run nutrition courses, or they try to teach people about metabolic health, what to eat, what not to eat, and it gets a little off the rails. So we just want to provide a very structured program without a lot of confusion that coaches can offer, and everything's clear, coach-led framework that your members can actually follow, and like it's obviously a new revenue stream for your gym. How much should you charge? When should you charge it? Is this a once in a life? Is this a subscription? Is this whatever? That's up to you guys. We have some suggestions, but we definitely suggest that you charge for it. And like I said, this is a 4-week program, but we envision this to be offered weekly, if not more than that, throughout the year. Okay. It's a way to get retention and engagement. So what I mean by that is your members, if they've been around for a long time, they kind of maybe stall out with their nutrition. They don't know, like they fall off the wagon. This is that ability to get them back on the hook and teach them about nutrition and metabolic health. And it's a great coaching development tool for your coaches, right? So, what we're going to do at our gym, and we'll get into it, but the staff will meet a week before and we'll talk about everything that's going to happen in the upcoming course a week ahead of time. So it's an opportunity to have coaches learn and develop them that way. And we got some awesome stuff in there, right? So everything is a plug and play lesson plan, including workouts for the week. You get coaching resources, member handouts. We're working on an online digital collection tool. We'll talk more about that. And we'll get into, like, we already have the email templates in there. We've got social assets along with this. And it's up to you to kind of figure out where this best fits into your existing class schedule. Okay. So, Erin, you still with me?
Yeah, I am. It's fantastic.
Okay.
You haven't even talked about, there's also, week 0, which is just, it's meant to be at least a month, and it's just marketing. It's helping set the individual and the affiliate up for success. We're going to give you 5 steps to strategically put this into play. So that way, come week 1, you're ready to go, and you got people who are already signed up and on board.
Yeah, so Erin literally just got this morning, so she's kind of gone through it a little bit. But so I'll show you guys. Let's kind of go back in here. Okay, so I'm not going to give away the secret sauce here, but this is just kind of an overview of what the course looks like. Okay, overview. We already talked about that. So all right, this is what it will look like. So you're going to click curriculum. So inside here, this is what Erin was talking about. So we got week 0. So just think of week 0 as like, this is all the work you do before actually launching the course, right? We've got 5 steps to help you set up. We've got some printouts there, introduction to what it is. As far as how the actual course is structured, here's the 4 weeks, right? So week 1 is your introductory session, and this is all about getting your members to have awareness of what they're consuming, and basically the positive or negative health impacts that food has on them. All right. So talk about metabolic dysfunction, the problem and the fix. Week 2, we'll get into quality, why you should eat whole food and real food. Week 3, we dig into more of the quantity. So we get an education on macronutrients in the amount that you should be eating. And then week 4, we end on measurable outcomes, objective metrics, and assessing progress for a lifetime. We know it's a 4-week course. And like I said, this is just meant to be an onboarding course to your members for something that will run the rest of the year. So I just want to make that clear. This isn't like a 30-day challenge or anything like that. This is just like a 101 program you can kind of give to your members. So inside of that course, so we look at week 0. We kind of went through that. Let me see where else I had it on here. Boom. All right. So this is really cool. This is available to all affiliates. This is included in the program. How to market your MetFix program. All right. So in here, we've got some graphics, some logos that you guys can use however you want to use it. And kind of even cooler, we have social media graphics for you guys. So you can just download and use these on your own social media accounts to market to your members, to let them know, hey, this is coming, what it is, why it's important, and you can let them know how they can get involved. So that you can literally start marketing the program today with that. And then, hey, we've got email templates. So basically, it's like, well, how do we get this information out to our members? We've taken care of that, right? So literally, you can go right into this marketing email template. In the red, obviously, is stuff that you need to change to for your own program. But just copy and paste this email, send it to your members. You're off and running. It includes what the Spark program is. And then we have some different onboarding email templates depending on how you're onboarding your clients into this. I'm not going to get into that today, but the point today is just like, we have all of this covered for you. Like, you literally don't need to do any extra work. All this stuff is included in the program. And here's kind of a look. This is cool, right? So this is kind of behind the scenes curtain stuff.
Good stuff.
So what you can see here is this is actually an example of week 1, I believe, of like, these are all the printouts for the coaches and for the members that you'll be there giving them, right? This is awesome. This is like, so this is not only is it stuff for the coaches that will be delivering the program, we've got handouts in here for your members as well. So I'm going to stop right there. Stop
And the
sharing.
amount of printouts, I mean, every week you got study materials, you got printouts. I mean, we're setting everybody up for success.
Yep. So there you go. So affiliates, that's all there. And so the next step is what I want you guys to do is obviously start digging in the course, and then included in the email that we send out is we'll have a Zoom call with all affiliates tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. So the purpose of that call is just kind of do exactly what I did right now, but more importantly, give you guys an opportunity to ask questions directly to the people who helped put together the course. So you get direct access to the content, subject matter experts. You get direct access to your fellow affiliates who helped develop it, and people at HQ. And so we want you guys to be able to ask questions. And then what we're going to do from there is we'll take a little break. Actually, we'll have a follow-on call on December 17th. And what we're doing is we're standing up a working group for affiliates who want to be a part of this. We are asking everybody who wants to do this program to have a global launch together the week of January 11th. Okay. So we want as many affiliates to be out there offering the first ever 4-week Spark course at the same time. And then we will meet once a week, every Wednesday, 1:30 p.m. for a Zoom call to trade feedback, to say, hey, this is what I did. This is what I'm planning to do. This is what worked really well. This is what didn't work. So we want this to be a living, breathing document, and especially at the global launch, when we're all going through this together, we want to be able to support you guys as much as possible. Obviously I'm an affiliate owner. I'll be going through it as well. So I kind of have a unique perspective from the HQ and being on the ground side. And this course doesn't just get put out there and it never changes. It lives and breathes kind of based upon your feedback. I am fucking done talking, running my suck hole.
Hey, but it is so exciting, man. I understand why you want to talk about it.
I'm not done. I'm going to keep going. I am excited. I am excited because does Mia want a piece of this? Well, let's see what happens. Mia's here on the stage. Let's see. We're going to let Mia.
Okay. Hi, Mia. I love Mia.
Hi. I was going to make you live on Instagram. Is that okay, Dale?
Fucking go for it.
Okay. Yeah, you can just ignore me. I'm just going to
all right. All right.
Hi, Mia.
Mia, thank you for all your work helping getting this together.
Yeah, of course.
And then we'll talk later on. But so we've got a very cool Spark data tracker that we're going to throw out there as well. It's not currently ready yet. It's about 9% there, but Mia is playing a big role in that. So thank you, Mia. I'll take you off stage.
Perfect.
Okay. But yeah, super proud because this was a total team effort. And we've been really busting our ass to get this together for you. And the product is freaking great. The course is awesome. So
it's fantastic. Phenomenal.
Yeah. So what's kind of your, just like after looking at it for a couple minutes, what do you think here?
Oh man, after looking at it for a few minutes, it's just, I love the format. It's laid out, every week you got 5 tabs. You got, just your overview. Then you got your session. So more of a class driven, really let's dive in. Let's really educate, and then we got a workout hour class. And then you got study material, you got printouts, and you got those 5 sections each week. So it's just nice and laid out. I feel very clean to allow the affiliates to be successful and implement. And the data, the way we broke it down from awareness then to, quality, quantity, breaking those 4 weeks to really just help us understand where we can take this fire hose that we've been told so much it happens over those 2 days at our foundations into little nuggets that we're going to spread out throughout a month. But that's not the end of it. And that's the beauty, is that just in the little bit I looked at it, I'm like, oh, but I could do this. I'd like to take that and make this. And you can just, it goes on and on. So I really like what I have seen. I've not had an opportunity to really dig too deep into it. I just kind of took a quick skim and glanced over it, but really excited. There's a lot of work, a lot of data in there. I love all the printouts and the study material. That's really huge.
And so a couple cool things. We erred on the side of giving too much information and not enough. And so what I mean by that is we know, the affiliate owner has taken the course, but maybe the staff hasn't had a chance to do it. And so we wanted this to be a literal turnkey course that if kid got sick Saturday morning and whoever was scheduled to give that class couldn't do it, an hour heads up, the coach can log in, see the course, and be able to deliver that based upon how finite and detailed the information is. But the other thing the other beautiful side of it is it's just a guide and a template. So you can, you throw in your unique spice and flavor on how you coach and how it's really not even, I'm reticent to use the word coach for this. It's more of an educator on this side of the course. There is some workout stuff in it, but it's outside of when that normal class is. But they can pick up and roll right with it. That's how kind of detail oriented the course is.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's super excited and super excited. I really love the focus of doing the global launch and the Wednesday calls. That's always one of the biggest problems is, sometimes by the time we get other ideas from other affiliates, we've kind of run out. So just holding us to a standard. Let's meet every Wednesday. Let's talk. Let's jive. Let's make it better. It's fantastic.
Yeah. And so, when we were thinking about this, I would say this was this idea kind of came up in September, and then it was well, New Year's would be the time to do it. So if we can bust our ass to get this done, and it wasn't get it done by the launch. No, we needed to get it done by now to give the owners at least 30 days out to be able to look through the material. And more importantly, you could start marketing the material today. And when we talk marketing, you're just, in this scenario, marketing is just getting the word out about what the hell this thing is. And how I would look at it is there's two segments of audiences you're going after. Probably the easiest one is your current members. Hey, keep doing the classes. The workouts are great. All that stuff, you're going to be fired up come January anyways. This is an additional course offering we are doing on top of you coming to class 3 to 5 times a week, right?
Yep.
And so what I would say is what I'm going through right now is just figuring out what day and time would be the best. So, figure out how you want to onboard clients and then figure out your time and day. And for us, I was kind of surprised because I'm going to be the one leading the Spark course in my gym. I think kind of Saturday mornings are the standard easy answer to everybody. But actually what I kind of gave 3 different options, and they wanted a later evening time for the course to be. So which works better for me. So we're gonna do ours. We don't have very late night classes, but we're gonna do ours Wednesday at 6 p.m. is when we're gonna start offering ours.
That's when we're looking at doing. I'll probably look at doing it on Wednesdays also, because the way we format is we usually treat Wednesdays as kind of like a rest day, open gym day, so we don't have a programmed workout. So implementing it in that day is a nice kind of change of pace. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, and to answer the question, the Spark course is for MetFix affiliates only, and the cool thing is, the course is included in the cost of affiliation. So yeah, if you're interested, man, love to have you. Hit that landing page up, and we can talk. But yes, the Spark course is only it's free and only available for MetFix affiliates included in the affiliation. Good question. But yeah, so I was surprised, and actually that worked really well. I was like, okay, Wednesday, midday of the week evening class would be awesome. So pumped to do that. And then, so current members, hey guys, this is what we're doing. let's take some time. Let's get fired up and let's learn together. And let's kind of go back, and because the first of the year is really the best time doing that. And then you can also market to brand new people who aren't even in your gym. And the cool thing about the course is there's no intimidation factor to it. So meaning, they don't have to think they're going to die from rowing or burpees to be able to take this course. It's an education and learning course. They're given homework, what to do. And so it's a great way to go after people who are scared to join your gym for the physical aspect of it. And then eventually we know we're going to get them, right? So it's a great feeder system to collect them, to come to that 1 hour course that's non-workout related, and then eventually get them to join your gym. So yeah,
that's good. It's good stuff, man.
I swear to God, I don't talk this much usually because I want to make this all about the guests, but
you're not excited about it at all, are you?
This course came out, and I'm fucking running on. I don't know how many pots this one is. And to top it all off, you'll love this. God bless Jillian. Jillian's one of my coaches. She does the 5:30 a.m. class. She's the mother of the 5:30 a.m. class, but she's also on vacation, so it means old dad is doing the 5:30 dirties on the same week we're launching Spark. So if I look like hammered dog shit, it's because I am. But
your head's glowing just fine. You did just fine. Yes.
All right. But ladies and gentlemen, enough about that bullshit. The real reason we're here today is to talk to a legend in the space, a really good friend. And I don't think anybody I've ever met has had to say a damn bad thing about you.
Well, I try to keep it that way.
And trust me, I've tried to find.
Well, depending upon the workout, my members might talk bad.
I've tried to find them, and they ain't out there. So, Erin, how the hell did you get into this mess?
Into the MetFix mess because I know this handsome, young, dapper dude drinking a cup of coffee right now, and I said, you know what? I need to be part of this. This is going back to the roots. This is going back to what we started losing a little bit in the CrossFit community, and here we are. And we hit the ground running, and I have not looked back, nor will I. We've already been implementing it. I implement it in two ways in our gym. So one, we do what we call a daily dose. And that's part of just the everyday workout. And you could treat it like a bulletin board, right? A little subject. And we just give them a little nugget every day, a daily dose. And it might be a recipe from our belly, body, brain tab that we have on our daily fix. It might be a little nugget about mitochondria. It might be a definition, some sort of little daily dose tip. But then we also have our MetFix classes. And ever since we partnered with GoRuck, I was like, well, this is brilliant. So what we do is we come and the class works about 3 to 5 minutes. They go do a general warm up. So go bike, go run, something. And then they gather whatever equipment they want for stretching, yoga ball or yoga mat, a lacrosse ball. And then I'm old school. So we have chalkboards.
Nice.
So we call it the old school huddle. And they take their stuff, they go get on the floor, get whatever, they stretch while I lecture for about 15 to 20 minutes. And that's going to be a little bit more, very similar to what MetFix Spark, what we have laid out there, is I'll take a little component and we'll talk 15, 20 minutes. I also kind of take our foundation seminar and our topics, how the foundation seminar is laid out, and do little parts of that. What is food? Where does it come from? Get into the Ross and, all that. And then we do, going back to GoRuck, the workouts for MetFix are all GoRuck. So we call them our sand workouts. It's either going to be a rucksack or it's going to be sandbags, ruck sandbags, things like that. So it has its own unique workout to it, which is exciting for the members that they don't feel like they're doing the same thing that the other programmed workouts might be doing. And some days,
I know you mentioned this already. Is this what's the frequency on this class?
right now, it's about 2 to 3 times a week.
Okay, perfect.
We did take a little break during the holidays, and then I had a group doing a 100-mile run, so we were gone for a little bit. So, but we're planning on getting back. The goal is to get it up to about 5 days a week, and then even more, multiple classes per day. But just getting it up and running right now. Then we plan on doing, we have a lot of local farmers that we work with. So we're going to do like farm to table classes and teach how to take food from the farm, how to shop, how to make it into a good meal where you're not having to rely on processed stuff. And I mean, I think a lot of people are just so intimidated about cooking healthy. They don't know. So we do, we call them not think tanks. We call them ruck tanks. And we'll ruck up and we go out and we talk. We talk and walk, talk and ruck. And we talk about topics that we had just gone over throughout the week and let our members ask questions.
Man, I really like that. I really like that. So it's almost kind of like, I can see that as like an active recovery kind of option for current members. Yep. And that would be a real kind of low barrier of entry class for somebody right off the street to join.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
So yeah, we're having a lot of fun. And just the only limit is ourselves, right? I mean, we can take this and we can just educate and go and do cooking classes. We plan on meeting at the grocery store and just let's talk about how to shop.
Yeah.
Do we really understand this? So yeah, it's been super fun. And the other great thing about how I got here is our team is amazing. I really do think we have it's just, I'm going through withdrawals. I've not seen the team for, it's been a couple months since I last saw anybody. So, but everybody works hard. We all have passion, believe in our overall mission, which is, what Coach Glassman started and has, always been at the spearhead of it, which is let's fight this thing called chronic disease.
Yeah.
And let's make people healthy. I mean, it's Christmas, sitting in front of the tree, but we need to understand that we have the ability to give the most precious gift.
Amen.
And that is the gift of health and life. So every day is Christmas as a MetFix affiliate owner, because I have the opportunity to make somebody have a better quality of life and just get off the drugs, get off prescription drugs, whatever it is, it's just so exciting.
Man, I couldn't have said it any better. And you're such a, you're a wonderful addition to that team. Everybody speaks very highly of you. We're lucky to have you on the dev team, but more importantly, just kind of be involved. And you're one of the ones, I'll shoot stuff off of before I think it's a good idea. So I'm glad to kind of have you on that advisory role as well. But so speaking of Greg, how'd you meet Greg back in the day?
That was way back in the day.
Yeah.
I started CrossFit. Next year will be 20 years for me.
20 years.
20 years. It was very entertaining. One, I found it online and I was like, these people are crazy. I'm going to go try it. And I'd go try a workout. I remember trying Nasty Girls and watching that video and thinking, oh my God, these ladies are
hot.
They're hot. And they were like, I was just like, I don't understand how they're doing this. This is okay, but I got to go try it. I want to do it.
Yeah.
Fast forward, it was the end. It was around November, December of 2007. And the current facility where I was working out at the time was just kind of more like your Globo gym. And I had got the owners talked into, hey, this CrossFit thing, we got to implement it. in here. This is great.
So I'm sorry.
I'll be more-
Let me stop you right there.
Yeah.
Where the hell were you at this point in your life?
I was in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Okay.
I've been in Kentucky for a while now.
Okay. Were you a firefighter, or did I make that up?
Yeah. Yep. I was still fighting fire at that time.
Okay. All right. So 20 years ago. Hell, what? I mean, we were 20.
I was just about 21 right at that time. So
Okay.
Still a young pup.
So young pup firefighter. You come across this shit online.
Yep.
And you're like, we got to figure this out.
Yeah. And so I got them talked into sending me out. Back then, there wasn't seminars all over the world. Pretty much the majority of them were all in California. And Greg was always the lead instructor. So I talked him into flying me out January of 2008 to Camp Pendleton down in Southern California.
Yeah.
And Coach Glassman was the lead instructor. His demonstrator was Nicole Carroll. And then you got Boz running around. He did our gymnastics section. It was all the original fire breathers.
Yeah.
And I just sat there, and I remember just sitting there listening to Greg talk, Coach Glassman, and just thinking, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I need to take this back to Kentucky. I'm in Kentucky. We're the South. We like eating unhealthy around here. We don't like exercising as much. It would have been easier for me to move back home, which is California, because it's a lot more active. People are more adamant about their health. Here, you fight a little bit of a wall. You got a little bit of pushback, but this is where it is needed so badly.
Yeah.
And,
hey, I'm your neighbor right to the north. I know. I know.
And I just left there, and I was like, okay, that's done. And I've never looked back. And that was January 2008. And it was listening to Coach Greg Glassman, just preach. And it was amazing. I look back now and I think about what an honor, how special that was.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah. So you get fighting fires, you get bit by the bug, you come back home, and like, all right, well, fuck, I guess I'll open an affiliate.
I opened an affiliate that month, January.
and you're 22, 21?
Yeah, I was only 22, 21. Yeah, I was a young pup.
So tell me, like, if you could describe like the first 3 years of owning a gym back then, like what tales would you tell?
Well, nobody knew what the hell CrossFit was.
Yeah.
It was very similar to where we're at right now with MetFix. Nobody has a clue what MetFix is, so it's a lot of education, a lot of safety. Come on, trust. But it was also, it was an easy sell, same as MetFix, is because it's telling the truth about what we need. It's education about this is going to make you feel better. It's going to make you move better, quality of life. But starting back then, because it was so new and there wasn't as many, the market is so saturated right now. Now you got boot camps, you got all these, F45, you got Hot Works, you got all these components, right? It was back then, you had your global gyms, and then all of a sudden here's this CrossFit kind of thing coming out. So it was a lot easier back then to get people to come into the gym. So the first 3 years back then was challenging, but not like it is now because of the saturation of the market. And then fast forward, about 4 years, 2011, what happened in 2011? The games really took off. They went to Carson. Mm-hmm. And then we start making the news. Now the games ended up taking us kind of a little bit more a competitive direction, but they blew up the world of CrossFit. And then I couldn't get people. My walls were busting at the seams.
So I assume you were doing both, being an affiliate owner and a firefighter.
That ended around 2010.
Okay.
You know, the fire service, I love it. It's amazing. But unfortunately, our job is going when people are already sick. And majority of the calls that we had in our town was not necessarily fire. We'd have maybe 1 or 2 fires a year, maybe.
Yeah.
Which is a positive for the city, right? But it's
Right.
not.
Yeah.
It's not for somebody who's that's your job.
Yeah.
It's like being a football player, and you practice every day.
Yeah.
For 2 games a year. And so majority of our calls were difficulty breathing, and you'd arrive on scene and they're 300 pounds overweight. They're smoking a cigarette while they're on oxygen. And it's just, I was not fixing the problem. As we like to say, with MetFix, is we have the fix. And I was not doing anything to help these people. And, so Glassman in the back of my head the whole time from 08 to 10 is in my head about, I need to be a bigger force. Mm-hmm. I need to make change. I don't need to go when they're already sick and just help get them to the hospital because they had to call 911 because they can't breathe anymore. I need to go see them before they call 911 and say, hey, I can help you. And so it just became, and then, going back to your question about the first 3 years, it's a small business. It consumes you. I didn't have any time to do anything else. I mean, it's 24/7. And I make a lot less money now, but man, I change a lot more lives. Yeah. And you cannot put a dollar on that.
Let me ask you a weird question now. That welcome to my ADHD brain. We talked about those first 3 years.
Yeah.
What do you think the next 5 years is going to be?
Oh man, I'm so excited. I'm really excited about the next 5 years. I'm excited to see MetFix just boom. I feel it. I feel it like because I was part of CrossFit's starting, I have those same bugs. I have those same jitters, the same excitement feeling with MetFix. And I know that we are right there, and I can't wait to see the change that occurs in our nation and globally in our fight against chronic disease. And the doctors and the insurance companies and people like that aren't probably excited, but man, I can't wait. And I can't wait to just see people off the drugs and healthier. And the education we keep providing is I mean, eventually, even those walls that we have of those people that are set in their old ways and they don't want to leave, we're going to break them down.
Yeah. And so what I want to get into now is like, okay, you're excited. I'm excited. The future looks very bright. What do you think our role is, MetFix's role is to help you guys bring those walls down?
To bring the walls down is everything we're doing. There's not going to be the perfect solution because unfortunately it's no different than our members come in that we work out with in their physical. Everybody's at a different level, a different degree, right? So we're going to always have to be able to have in our toolbox the ability to find where that individual is at and help break them down. And it's going to be different. And I wish there was one simple answer, but I really don't think there is.
Yep.
I think that it's just going to be us getting better at our job, better at our knowledge, better at adding more and more tools into our toolbox. So no matter what person we come to with whatever wall we have or they might have, we're going to be able to slowly take one brick out at a time until eventually they're like, oh, wow, look at all this light on the other side of this black wall or this brick wall that I've been staring at. And
you're firing, Erin, you're firing them up.
It's hard to not get fired up. We get to change lives.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal, but it is hard because, I just had a meeting with some local medical personnel. And I know their success, and it's not phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, well, we got the dietitian part all under control. So, but maybe you can help us with the physical exercise. I'm like, I just kind of wanted to look around, look at their shapes and sizes and say, maybe you need more than just exercise. But,
Yeah.
I got my foot in the door. We're just slowly, keep working on it and keep changing the world.
Yeah. I think too is we're not saying get away with what has made you a successful gym. You know what I mean? If you're excellent coach, you lesson plan, you can provide the same intention to 10 different people in your class. That's not going to change.
No.
What we want to do is continue to evolve and offer more beyond the physical. Yep. And I think that's like from the conversations I'm having, that's the biggest misconception with what MetFix is, and what exactly it is that we're offering to people.
Exactly. Well, it's like, I think I've talked to you about it. The way I have been marketing and advertising, especially when people, with CrossFit, are we not going to be CrossFit anymore? I'm like, it's not the same. The way you look at it is, CrossFit is the Army. The Army is the oldest branch of our military services. But to win a war, which is what we're at and what we're going to, we have to have more than just the Army. We need to be able to attack from the sea, from the air. And so MetFix is now supplying another force, whether you want to call MetFix the Marines, whether you want to call us it's another tool to give the coaches that much more strength to help truly help their members, every single one that comes through the door. And doing that in conjunction with programs like CrossFit or High Rocks or whatever you're doing inside your walls, you have to have the metabolism. You have to have the metabolic system operating correctly. You can't outrun a crappy diet, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we have. That's what we're providing is here's more. This is going to help you. You're going to be now smarter than you were before and be able
and that, I'm really glad you articulated it that way. And, I'm talking to you. I've been around as long as you have. And, even through my own personal journey of fitness, clearly CrossFit is my methodology for getting fit. But even inside of that, I get bored doing the standard CrossFit all the time, right? So I might take off on an endurance kick for 6 months. Then I might do a straight lifting kick for 6 months, or this kind of. But I always come back to the root of it. But point in saying that is, we now have a way to utilize your existing brick and mortar location to engage their brain.
Exactly.
In addition to the body, you're already doing a great job on the body part of it.
We got the body nailed.
Right.
We're fantastic.
But you're through MetFix, we're offering a way to engage the brain and obviously the belly as well, by in a communal education environment.
Exactly. It's not that we've not talked nutrition throughout all these years, right? But we've not truly educated on why. Everybody knows that you shouldn't eat that donut, but do you really understand why? Do we know why we shouldn't eat the processed food? And here's why, and here's a better educational component to help you, and if you're not having an opportunity, out there to the world, whoever's listening in right now, to go to one of our foundation seminars, they're phenomenal. I've had the luxury of being on part of the dev team to go to multiple of them, and every one I take away more information. The staff, you got Pete, Michelle, Chris, Carl, the list goes on, and they do such an amazing job presenting this fire hose of information. And it's just, I mean, go to it. If you have the opportunity to go to one, you need to go to it. You're going to not regret it at all.
Wow. Okay. Talk the first 3 years. So what would let's get into just some Erin lessons for affiliate owners out there. What's some of the best things you've done, and what are some of the dumbest things you've done?
Well, I guess maybe the best things I've done, I'd say, would be I always try to listen to the members to an extent, right? You know, at the end of the day, they are paying me to better their lives.
Yeah.
So if I don't get feedback from them and listen to them to an extent, now, you know, sometimes they're just bitching, right? CrossFitters, MetFixers, whatever you want to say, we're good at bitching sometimes, right?
Oh yeah. World class.
Oh yeah, totally. But we listen. We love the feedback, and I think as an affiliate owner, it's very important that you pay attention to your members. You pay attention to what's going on, and I feel we do a really good job and have always done a good job of paying attention and making sure that we're adapting as we grow, right? You know, you can't just stay and think that what I did, you know, when I first opened back in 2008 is going to still work now. The world's changed. My biggest problem is social media. Oh, I struggle. I did not have a Facebook account until 2020. And the only reason I did is because I couldn't see my members because it was COVID. Everybody was shut down. And I was going through major withdrawals. And so,
let me ask you a question on that. Clearly you've got members without it. Now I know the answer is going to be like, well, you know, I think I could get more with it. But I'd say you're doing a pretty damn good job.
Well, my whole mission to answer that is I believe, again, going with our name has so much meaning behind it. Old school is, you know, I believe in the old school mentality of customer service. When somebody comes through that door, the expectation of myself and the rest of my coaching staff is you greet them by their first name. And if you don't know their name, then you go introduce yourself and figure out who they are. Then from there, then you need to start learning. You need to know about them. Do they have kids? Did their kid just play in the high school football game last night? How did little Tommy do in the game last night? You know, and that leads you to word of mouth, right? If word of mouth is one of the best sources, I still believe. I feel it's always going to trump social media, but it also is the worst because you screw up, they're not going to talk good about you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, so, but it holds you accountable. I have to always be on guard and know that if I truly am creating a good environment and spreading good word of mouth, then I need to be the person that I want them to know I am, and I want them to continue on being. So yeah, word of mouth. And that, you know, what's fun is that our gym is like a huge ass family tree, right? Because it's been word of mouth, everybody is somehow connected.
Yeah.
You know, oh, well, you're here because he's here, and it's just
you can track the lineage.
Yes, it is really amazing. It's amazing. But I do know that social media, unfortunately, I say unfortunately because it's not my cup of tea. I'm not good at it. I don't like sitting at the computer. I really have a hard time with it. But I do know I'm missing an audience out there. And I also know that even if they don't make it through the doors, if I get on social media a little bit more often.
Yeah, you could provide some value that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I do know that that's probably one of my biggest downfalls.
You know, I think that's a good way of looking at it. Unfortunately, you know, Uncle Dale story time. I got, when I had a gym in like 2009, before I even knew I had a gym, I had a Facebook account and didn't even know really what that was. And I, had a 2 megapixel flip camera phone and just take pictures of my members and throw them on my Facebook account. And, they're like doing farmers carries, pulling a truck, flipping a tire, stuff that had never been done in Portsmouth at that time. And that's before I knew I was marketing. That's that's what I was doing. And so the lesson in that is like, you don't need to follow like what's the algorithm doing now and when's the right time to post and got to have a trending song to my reel. It's just like, dude, just make it about your members.
Yeah.
Make them feel super special. And I got a taste of that the very first workout I ever did. Real small place up in Columbus called Rogue Fitness in 2008 or 7, before Rogue Fitness was Rogue Fitness.
Exactly.
And Bill snapped a picture of us, and because he was pumped that we drove 2 hours to do a Saturday workout, and threw it on his blog. And I was like, dude, we're on the blog. Yeah, we made the blog. And I never forgot how special that made me feel. And so, don't get wrapped around the wheel too much on it. Just make it about your members, make them feel special, give them a little love, a little recognition. And if you could do some add value on top of that by, teaching them something, I think that's a great way to start.
Yeah. And I think that's, it is all about the members. It always has. It's funny because Paulina needed a headshot of me to put on the little advertisement. I'm like, okay, yeah, no problem. I had no pictures of just me. They're all of the members or me with the members or, it's because that's what it's about.
Yeah.
My phone is not meant to be facing me and pictures of me. My phone is meant to be highlighting what's going on around. But half the time, I don't get to get pictures on my phone because it's playing music. So then I'm like, oh, God, this would be a great picture.
Yeah.
I guess I'll take it later because my phone's playing music. But it is always about the members.
Yep.
It should always be that way.
So 5 a.m. squat club, no algorithm when I started. Just so you know, I'm going to put that on a T-shirt.
That's pretty good.
I'm stealing that. And that's just going to be the word. I'm not even going to market another company. It's just going to be the word no algorithm when I started. Love it. Love it. Okay. Well, Erin, it's flown by. We're coming towards an hour here. Is there anything? I know there's probably several things we didn't cover, but anything you'd like to say before we get off?
No, well, one, thank you, Dale. I really appreciate, very humbled and honored to be sitting here visiting with you, sir. Sorry if you heard that time to do some.
I love it. Whoa. You're in your gym, right?
Yeah, I'm in the gym.
What are you doing? What laundry are you doing in the gym?
Well, it's all of our cleaning towels. So we got cleaning stations, and the members, after they work out, they got to go get a towel and spray their towel, and they'll wipe everything down.
You're in Kentucky. You got a freaking towel service at CrossFit Old School?
It's not to dry your body, sir. It's to clean the equipment.
Okay. All right. All right.
We got. I tell you what, that was one positive about COVID. We implemented those cleaning stations. One, because it kind of had to.
Yeah.
But man, it's been great. I mean, the gym still gets a little trashed,
I was gonna say, are these like essential oil infused towels that each member gets and they're 500, thread count?
Negative.
Okay.
Sir, they're the cheapest ones we could find.
I'm just making sure, I making sure you're still sticking true to your Appalachian roots down there.
Oh yeah. Don't worry. We're very Appalachian driven.
All right. Well, hey, I love you to death.
I love you, Dale. And
I'm a better person that you're a friend in my life. I look up to you. I respect to you. And a little birdie just told me somebody's turning 50.
I don't know who that is because I was just 20 21, 22 a few years ago.
Okay, well, if you happen to know somebody that's turning 50, you have any plans for this occasion?
Yeah, no, not that I've been told of yet.
Okay, I'm just checking. You
Yeah.
you might be getting a couple messages.
And the only
when
thing that I have been told of so far is we, because I have wonderful coaches and people in my life, they decided to start a 50-day countdown, and that consists of pictures from my childhood. So it's been, gotta love having spouses that love you that much, right?
Well, it'd be hard not to. I'll tell you that. All right, Erin, I love you. Have a good rest of your day.
I have an amazing video of Erin to play at the end if we want to end it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Mia, can you take? I'm off. You take control, Mia.
All right, here we go.
Hey, MetFix.
It's gonna load in a second.
All right.
Oh,
Fix community. This is Erin with MetFix Bowling Green, located in Kentucky. I wanted to reach out to you and give you some tips on how to implement MetFix into the special populations. One thing that we need to think about is maybe we need to get out of our comfort zone of our four walls of our gym and get out into them. So today, I'm visiting them at the adult daycare center to bring in a little MetFix. So here we go. So really, we could be in this category because we eat other animals, right? But what I want to do today is let's talk about other things that are super important. The sun gives us, there's a type of energy, solar energy. Solar energy. Good job, honey.
It's animals.
Very good. I love it.
And now pull back to you. Come on.
How about we say strong? Strong, because you guys got strong today, okay?
yay.
Oh my God, that was beautiful.
I love them, man. So when I dressed up as Darth Vader, I called up there and I said, hey, I'm coming to see everybody, because I knew they were dressing up, or they were having dress up day. It was so funny because when I walked in, they just all were looking at me, and so I'd lift up my mask so they could see me, and they'd be like, ah! And they just give me a big hug, and it was so fun. It's so fun.
I gotta tell you, I've seen a lot of pieces of content in my day. That one hit me plumb square in the feels.
Yeah,
that's. Thank you for being you. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you, Mia, for putting that wonderful thing together and sharing it.
Yes, yeah,
Appreciate that.
I think that's a great shining example of what a person should be. All right, I love you.
I love you.
Can't wait to see you in person. Maybe have a bourbon or two.
Yes, please.
All right,
hey,
guys.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. We'll talk soon.
Love you.
Bye-bye.